Hey, this is Russell Moore, and this is Reading in Exile, and I'm not in my library today. That's because I'm in an empty building here in my mostly empty building here in my radio studio because recording the audio book of The Courage to Stand, my book that's coming out in October. This is not the actual book. It'll be hardcover and so forth, but this is the galleys that I just got. So I'm really glad to have it. And I'm going to be recording the audiobook. Usually somebody else does. They get a professional voice actor to do the book, but so many people were saying it was hard for them to hear first person sorts of stuff, as my books usually are, from a New England accent talking about growing up in Mississippi or something like that, whatever. So I'm going to do it. And it's actually one of the things about writing for me is that when I write something, it's sort of coming out of the subconscious. So I'm not really aware of it beforehand. And then it's gone. I don't really, somewhere in there, but I don't think about it. So, for instance, this week, one of my colleagues was reading The Galleys and just sent a quote by text message. And I said, "What's that from?" And he said, "It's from your book." And I said, "Well, it's been so long since I wrote that." I said, "But the good thing is I still agree with it." So what I'm going to do is to read through the book here, an audiobook. And the way that I tend to do that with recording an audiobook, I've done it maybe twice before. The way that I typically do it is to imagine that I'm talking to somebody who's wanting the gist of the book. And I'm not sort of reading a bedtime story sort of thing, but communicating the ideas to that person, which helps, especially a book as personal as this one is. There's some things I talk about in here I'm not really looking forward to reliving, and then there's some things I am. So I'm just going to imagine that I'm talking to one of you as we record it. And so I'm going to start today, and we'll have an exhausted voice by the end of the day. So this Reading in Exile. Let me know in the comments what you would like for us to talk about when we're back in the library tomorrow.